Hey guys, it is the 1st October, so this means we're finally playing Spookopoly. Our first book is The League of Gentlewomen Witches. We are just at Starbucks just now because we're going to have a full-fledged working day. I have a lot of uni work to get done first. Then on my breaks, I will start reading this book. Our first role was They're Burning All the Witches Even If You Aren't One, which is a book with witches. This says The League of Gentlewomen Witches, so I'm guessing there's witches in this book and I can't wait to start it. I read the first book in the Dangerous Damsels series last month and this is the second book, so here we go. This is something I always love with India Holton's books. I love that she gives you like a list of the characters. Not that I actually ever go back and read these, but I think it's so good for people who might not necessarily keep up with all the characters. So yesterday I only got through the first chapter, which is only 12 pages. However, like her other book, absolutely adore it. As you can see, today's outfit is inspired by witches because we're officially in October and I'm that kind of gal at October time. So for uni I'm going to try and wear like October themed outfits. I have this beautiful dress on, this witchy dress. I love it. And I've got my hat on to be witchy. I'm actually having a bad hair day, so this is why the hat is on. I had Ariana at the weekend and I have all this wax on my hair and I can't wash my hair till tonight, so the hat stays. I have my black stripy tights on and my black boots. In, not because of the book, just because I've been so busy with uni work. I had a busy day today as well. We're also doing Squattober. You should go follow Luke's channel. He is doing a whole in-depth every single day weekly vlogs for that and it's a lot of fun. Stressful but fun. So I've not had a lot of reading time and I've not been feeling very well, so I've not been able to read because it's a headache. Like, I keep having a headache, but I think I'm just burned out and stressed. So hopefully the rest of the week I might potentially tonight do another Spookopoly roll, even though I'm not finished the book, just to try and have like a couple of books going at the same time, just so I'm not stuck. Do you know what I mean? It's a really good book and I love it, and I love that the characters from the first book are in the second book. However, just because I've not got time, maybe I could try and add in like an ebook or something, just so I can get more in. Excuse the mess of my hair, I've literally just washed it. Look what I found today, the X-Hex. I got it from the Waterstones in Silverburn, but I had went to the Waterstones at the fort and they didn't have it, and they were like, oh, I can look it up, and I was like, can you look up Silverburn? They had one left. They only had one left and I got it, I ordered it. So I need to read this, not necessarily right now, but if sequel comes up I want to read the second one to this. I don't know what it's called, but I've got it, so that would make sense. So maybe hopefully we get something that can read this and then I can read the sequel. Okay, so I am over 100 pages through this now. I adore it. I just love India Holton's writing. I think she's so witty. Her characters are quite witty as well. I love that in this we're following Charlotte, who's a witch, and Alex, who is a pirate. I don't know if I'm just tripping, but I'm pretty sure that Alex was like a small character in the first one. In the second one, like this one, there is a lot of repeat characters like Cecilia and Ned, etc. However, I'm pretty sure Alex was like a wee small character in the first one. I love the dynamic between the two of them. Do you know what? I love that he just keeps kissing her. Confuse her. Do you know what I mean? Just confuse her. Kiss her, confuse her. They're just so funny. And I can't wait to read more. However, it's like midnight, so I'm gonna go to sleep and carry this on tomorrow. I'm a lot slower than I usually am. I don't know, maybe it's because I've not been well. We'll see. I'm not finished my book yet, but I'm gonna get another book on the go. So I have the dice here. Let's see, I don't know if I press go or start. I guess go, start, go. Okay, 8. You seen that? So now we got to count 8 on here. So our last was the Burn of the Witches, even if they aren't one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a spooky book. So I'm not quite sure what spooky books I have. I have a few. So when I get home, I'll pick a spooky book and I'll share with you what we're going to be reading next. Spooky was actually a lot harder than I thought because a lot of my books are quite spoopy. However, this is how I've interpreted this. It says I can interpret it however I want. It says that it could be a horror, or it could be a vampire book or something with an eerie cover. This prompt is solely open to your interpretation. So for me, I have picked the X-Hex, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, this is a romance, girl. How can you pick the X-Hex? I've read the back, and on the back it says, as the curse starts to affect the magic of the town, resulting in murderous wind-up toys, an outraged ghost, and a surprisingly talkative cat, Vivi and Reese must put their personal feelings aside and work together to break the curse and save not just the town, but also Reese's life. Murderous wind-up toys. That's the spooky part. I remember I went to see Mary Poppins, the musical, as a child, as a young kid, and there's one scene in the musical that the toys come to life, and it's so scary. It is so scary, and that has been a fear my whole life. Like, literally, I mean, I'm an adult now and I know my toys are not gonna like come alive and eat me, but that is a fear I've had my whole life, and that's what makes this my spooky pick, because oh my goodness, I had nightmares about that for years. Also, not related to Spookopoly, but I am reading Arthritis, Rheumatism and Psoriasis by Jean de Vries. I was lucky to, when I was like younger, meet Jean de Vries, and he cured me, I suppose you could say. He is absolutely amazing. He works with like very like homeopathic ways of dealing with things wrong with you. Like, he saved my nana's life, he helped me, he helped my uncle with his cerebral palsy. So I just want to give this a read, and it's so interesting so far. So the first chapter is about like arthritis and like how he kind of like treats arthritis, and a lot of it is like your diet, because obviously arthritis isn't the actual disease itself, it's just like what happens because of other things like immune problems, allergies, stress, etc. And everyone, like my uncle, my nana, like all have rheumatoid arthritis, and recently my fingers have been getting really bad. Like if I'm at the gym, my fingers will get stuck like this, and I'm not saying I've got arthritis, I'm not saying that at all, but I would rather prevent it in any way. And so far in the first chapter he has said that maybe potentially it could be my diet, because I don't eat enough potassium and I don't eat enough calcium. So I'm gonna have to maybe have a look at my diet and see what I can fix. So I just finished watching October's exhibition through the PGs, Tales from Two Trails book video, and I absolutely love this game. Like, if you're not playing, go play. It's between like the 25th and the 25th of each month, and it is so much fun. There's challenges sometimes too, so there's 2 challenges this month, and she also mentioned another challenge that I want to check out, even though like it's not like I've got so much going on. It's called Seriously Series, and I want to play it because I've got a lot of series to finish. I found it, it's this one, so I'm gonna watch this video and see if I can join in with it, because I have so many series. Wait, I'll show you my Notion. This is my series tracker. As you can see, I'm currently reading a bunch of them. Whoa, you guys, I actually can edit this one because I started this at the end of the month. and there's also been a new book written, so there's 3 now. So I have read 1/3. I'll need to work out what that is percentage wise. I think it's 33.3%. So let me, oh no, let me change this. 33.3. Did I just say 25? Oh no, it's sorted, it's fine. So there we are. Like, the majority of them I'm currently reading. So this is where we're at. And like, this one annoys me because I have the 5th book but I don't have the 4th book. So I need to get a hold of that. This one, I only have 1 to read, but I want to read it in the winter. So that's how this is going just now, so that's why I want to do a serious series. I'm also contemplating of making some tea because they're always talking about tea in these books and I absolutely adore it. It makes me so happy. Look, there's a wee teacup at the bottom. I love it. It's just, I love these books. They just make me so happy. They're just so funny. They're so witty. And if you like that sort of thing, you have to read it. It's so good. One of the parts I've just read, the pirates have came to the witches to be like, we need your help, let's call a truce so that we can do this thing. And the witches are like, yes, well, she's been kidnapped by him, or he's been kidnapped by her. Someone is kidnapped. No way an unmarried woman would go away with an unmarried man without resorting to marriage, and that will just not happen. So someone's been kidnapped. And I adore it. I absolutely love it. For my birthday, Luke got me this peppermint licorice tea because we seen it in the shops and I was like, oh, I wonder what that would taste like. And oh my goodness, guys, I am obsessed. So first you get hit with like the peppermint and then the aftertaste, like once you've drank the tea, like once you've swallowed it, you get the licorice. And I don't understand how it works, but I'm obsessed. This is my Halloween mug that I'm using. I need to refill my tea soon. So after absolutely scouring the earth, the whole of Scotland to find the XX in a physical copy, I found an audiobook on YouTube and I am currently listening to it while I make dinner just so that I can get a start on it. Okay, so it is now Friday. I don't think I vlogged anything yesterday. I was like a shell of a person. I went to uni, I went to the gym, and then when I got home, I literally just passed out. I did get some reading done, so I'm listening to the audiobook of the X-Hex, and it is so good. It's just one of those funny, cute, smutty romances, and I think I'm on like chapter 15 now, so I'm speeding through that because I'm just listening to that in the car whenever I get the chance, and I'm about 200 pages into the League of Gentlewomen Witches, so I'm going to be finished at least one of them by the time Sunday comes, and I'm away at Luke's this weekend, so I'm going to do another roll just so that I can keep going at the weekend so that I don't have to stop reading. Let me find it. Here we go. Right, so last time we landed on Spooky. Oh my goodness, you can't see that, but that's okay. My face with it, right? 2, which is a double, so that means I need to roll again, so I need to roll for 2 books this time. Right, so let's clear Spooky. So Stabby, Are We Out of the Woods Yet is my first book, so I need to pick a book with like trees on it, something to do with trees. I'll get it specifically. So we're there, I'll mark that that's where we stopped, and now I'll roll again. Right, this couldn't come at a better time though because I'm away. Right, was that 7? Nice. So we're at Are We Out of the Woods Yet? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a chance card. Okay, that's fun. Let me get that sorted. Okay, Chance was a lot easier to put together, so I have made a spinner wheel. Let me bring it to you. So let's do Chance first. Let me go onto it. Right, how do I hold this? Right. And we'll see. This is just a bunch of books that I want to read this month, so we'll see what one we land on. We've landed on Shadowmancer, which is kind of like a old kind of thing, because if we land on Daphne du Maurier, then I don't know what I'm going to read for that, because this is the only one that I could find that would fit it. But it is on my monthly TBR, so that would get that read, which is good. So that's one of her books for this weekend. Now I need to sit and go through all my books I have and see if any of them are set in the woods or have a tree on them. Okay, so Out of the Woods was such a hard thing to pick. I did Google books set in the woods, and A Witchy's Guide to Fate Dating a Demon did come up. However, I need to keep that for green cover because I don't have another green covered book that I've not read, and I'm not buying books for this. However, it also says read a book set in the woods, forest or a rural country, isolated location, or book with trees on the cover. So Whitby is where Shadowmancer is set, and it says that it's a small seaside town. So I'm just going to use that as a double prompt, and this fits both prompts, because you're allowed to do that when you do the double roll. You're allowed to mush the prompts together. So Shadowmancer's worked out nicely, so this is what I'm reading at the weekend. Week 1 of Spookopoly is finished, and what a good reading week it has been. So the first book that we finished was The League of Gentlewomen Witches by India Holton. I adored this book. It's just so fun. It's just as good as the first one. So in the first one we meet Cecilia and Ned. In the second one we meet Charlotte and Alex. Now Alex is kind of featured in the first one, so you do kind of need to read it in order so that it doesn't spoil anything, but they are separate stories, and I absolutely loved it. I loved the introduction of the witches in this, not just the pirates, so it's a fun adventure, and I just adore her writing. It's just like so witty. I've said it about 20 times in this vlog. So witty, so fun, and just a good time overall. I think I'm going to give it 4.5. So much fun. Then the second book which I finished was The Ex-Hex by Anne Sterling, and this was just such an easy read. It's just one of those fun, romantic, smutty books that are just, you know, those ones you can just devour in a sitting, do you know what I mean? I listened to the audiobook, which was fun because I found out that on Spotify Premium you can get audiobooks now, which is nice. And I love the character Viv. She's our main character in this. She's just so funny. I love that she is a history teacher for literal humans, even though she's a witch and she could have worked for the witch side. I also love that we have the same favourite tea. So as you've seen the other day, I was drinking peppermint and licorice tea, and in this Viv says that her favourite tea is mint and licorice tea. How uncanny, like I can't believe that. I would also maybe give this a 4 or 4.5, but I'll decide on that when I edit this. I also only have 2 chapters left of Arthritis, Rheumatism and Psoriasis by Jeanne de Vries. This is my non-fiction, technically for September, but we're reading October because I didn't get time to read it, and I'm absolutely loving it. I definitely want to read more of his work, just to learn a little bit more, like, about all these different things. He has one about stress and like anxiety, and I think that would be really helpful for me, so I'm definitely enjoying this one. So let's recap Spookopoly for the week. So we got through they're burning the witches even if you aren't one, which we did League of Gentlewomen Witches. Then we got sent to Spooky, which we read The Ex-Hex, And now next week we are on to a mixture of the Woods prompt and the Chance prompt, which we're reading Shadowmancer, which we're starting, so that will be lots of fun. We're gonna have to do another roll at the beginning of the next vlog just to get another couple books going. And the last thing to update on, during this vlog we found Seriously series, I think that's what it's called, and we have read 2 books from series, so I get to move forward 2 spaces, and hopefully during this month we can go through many more. Thank you so much for watching this fun vlog. I'm having so much fun recording these videos, and I can't wait for you to see what I read during this Spookopoly month. You need to like this video, comment down below what your favourite book in October has been so far, and subscribe to the channel to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!